Hope everyone is settled down. So let's move on. A pleasant morning, UVM morning to one and all present here. So it gives me immense pleasure in introducing our next speaker, Mrs. Ajita Kumari, Chief Executive Officer, CVC Private Limited. She has 8 years of experience in verification domain, implemented, architected several verification environments for block and subsystems, co-authored leading books in the verification domain, presented papers, tutorials, and various conferences, publications, and avenues. Has worked with all leading-edge simulators and formal verification model checking tools, conducted workshops and trainings on PSL, SVA, SV, OVM, E, ABV, CDV, and OOP for verification. Holds master's degree from prestigious IIT Madras. So I would like to call upon Mrs. Ajita Kumari.
So belated happy Ugadi wishes for everyone. Basically, right, I would like to work in a time-bounded manner. Like Sheeny is 11th hour and he typically slips time slot, always running behind, right, time. So recently, I had an opportunity to attend an event. That's my son's school annual day. They had this concept called Aladdin around the world in 60 days. The same thing I try to do about CVC. My experience with and experiments with CVC for last 10 to 12 years, maybe within 16 slides. That's what my target is. But I slept. But I would like to finish it on the same. Maybe I commit that for 16 minutes. I don't want to really take much time. Don't want to really bore with, right, okay, what we faced and all that. So it's going to be, like you, I'm also going to be an audience, which the path I traveled straight away from my IT campus. So that's why I call it as a journey of myself as well as CVC for last 10 years. So we are today celebrating our 10th year, and a lot of events we are planning to commemorate that event. So this is one of them. This is really the start. This is official opening of our 10-year celebration. So a decade ago, out of campus, I was in RCG and looking for an opportunity to work with semiconductor industries in India, especially in Bangalore. Yeah, there were quite of opportunities, and in terms of campus and all that, I tried to really focus. My primary interest was analog, not really digital. So actually it was around the century, so around 2001, I tried for a job. You know, it was famous for recession. So at that time, there were less opportunities, less jobs than really the students that passed out. So the woman who is looking for an opportunity is me, right? So there are a few jobs, so I tried hard, and then, okay, suddenly thinking differently, that's upside down, okay? Instead of really, right, looking for a job instead, right? Why can't I try for something different? So this goes a long way back. When I came out of my, right, bachelor's graduation, during my farewell, one of my classmates asked, "Hey, Hajita, what do you want to do? You want to join a job, or what is your dream?" I said, okay, maybe after 10 years, let's see, right, whether my name is going to be engraved somewhere. That actually set my goal for my life. I try to engrave my name in terms of time to establish something. That is what it leads to CVC and an entrepreneur for me, the outcome for an entrepreneur inside me. So this is what my starting step. I bought a PC. That time it was very costly, with 75K, right? From my personal savings, which I did during my master's, right? Yeah, that is a grant I get from IIT Madras. So with that, I started a PC, buying a PC. It was a huge one. I did a lot of customization to run EDA tools, right? And then decided to continue with my electronics. Instead of analog, I just want to venture with digital. That time it was fascinating me so much. So I thought, okay, why can't I switch, right? Maybe like an ADC, analog to digital converter. So learned a lot of things and tried with coding in Verilog and a lot of tools. That actually leads to the PSL. right? I was so fascinated by formal technique by the time, and sugar, I did some internship in a couple of companies. I was trying my hands with formal technique as well as the PSL. Initially it was called as sugar. So based on that, I did a couple of freelancing for simulation tool testing as well as, actually I found a customer. It was actually a German-based customer for formal EDA tool testing. And then there's a company called SafeLogic, that is a Swedish company. I did formal verification for them, the evaluation complete tool, and then get a lot of inputs. Right, that started my first division. Actually, I started with services, consulting. That is my EDA services consulting. That was my first division. So especially for debuggers as well as formal property checkers. So PSL, yeah, the sugar leads to PSL, and then I bought Ben Cohen's book, and then I did an extensive review. It was one day. The book was shipped to me around 12 o'clock. By midnight, I finished the book and gave a huge and very serious feedback to Ben. I initially very afraid, okay, maybe he took it in negative sense. But on the other hand, he appreciated that he took it very positively. And then, we had a couple of communications with Ben, and then he said, why can't we really form as a team? And then, maybe rewrite the whole thing. That was the second edition of our PSL book. So by that time, the sugar, the property specification language turned to the standardization called PSL. So that leads to my technical, TechPub team. We co-authored books as well as tutorials on, actually we took pride in, actually it was our first tutorial, PSL free tutorial online. So that was the starting point, and then, it's still going on. So we take a lot of pressure in sharing our knowledge as well as experience in terms of technology. Right. So after the PSL book, yeah, we experimented, and then we thought, okay, that leads to a lot of design as well as simulation, assertions, and formal check. My hands were full. I couldn't really handle myself. Right. So TechPub and testing and a lot more, and I need to really keep me updated. So that's when I realized I need something very formal. I need more hands to get things done. Right. That leads to the incorporation of CVC way back in 2004. So 2004, I incorporated a company called CVC, and it's only me and my personal advisor. Right? So that leads, actually, this is when I started hiring. I was obviously looking for more hands. I was looking for engineers who can spell VHDL Verilog. So there were a lot of resumes claiming that, okay, they are VLSI engineers, but when I interacted with them, the story was very sad. They know Verilog, VHDL, but when I asked them to write, no one has an experience to write anything, to do any work very solidly. So I took a lot of pressures, I took a lot of pain to interview and then take them on board, and then training itself, those fresh engineers took more than 6 months to make something out of them, to make something working. It took me almost 6 months. So I used to train a lot of engineers and then put a lot of investment on them. Yeah. So with the team in place, we started consulting in terms of verification services. So my first experience was the MIP development for a Taiwan-based customer. There is a monitor IP based on assertions. So that was our first consulting project. So that is the initial, the destination of our services division. Yeah. So that actually, in parallel to that, I started this corporate training as well, because we started we started contributing in terms of PSL very early, as well as the formal checking. So that opens up another opportunity for me to do trainings. So that was my starting of my corporate trainings. We had a huge list of customers today. From last 2004 till today, we touched all the companies present in Bangalore. I can immensely, with immense pressure, I can announce that we have a nice niche customer base in terms of corporate trainings. And it is not, we started with PSL, but it is not really going to end there. We have been, keep on adding UVM. It's going. And I see a huge opportunity in terms of corporate training. And as far as the growth in terms of CVC, apart from the technology part, actually my first office was my living room in my home. That was where I started CVC. And then from there, I had my team and then rented a house with a couple of team members to run the show. And my third step was to really go for commercial. After 2 years of, after the second year completion of the incorporation of CVC in 2007, I moved into a commercial space in Jayanagar, and we took a first floor, complete first floor, and then did, it was a nice experience, a garage experience. I did all the networking, layout, everything, and then bringing up, and right, an office, IT office to run the show. It was an interesting experience. And afterwards, we took the second floor as well of the same building, and then we expanded. The huge steps comes in 2009, where we couldn't really handle there, and then we moved to HSR office. We took a big office, and then my biggest bet in my life, I hired Chini as my CTO. Yeah, it's too much pressure to handle. It's a typical question, common question that I face with, okay? How did you manage that decision? How dare you take a decision like that? But I said I simply did. I don't have a choice. I simply did. Yeah. In 2005, we started early with SV as well. So that leads to the early adoption of VMM. It doesn't really end with SV, and then we adapted to VMM, and then we were the first couple of few authors who wrote a book on VMM from user perspective. And yeah, we have in our Kate, the VIPs based on VMM, and a lot of articles, and we promoted VMM very extensively in the industry. As I said, this is the biggest bet in my life. So I hired him as a CTO. It turned out to be good. Now we expanded to Europe as well as Asia Pac, USA. Now I have a couple of announcements to be made at the end. So our training services arms now extended to not only in India, across the globe. So my experience with RCG, or my training, or investment in terms of freshers, it was huge. I don't want to really waste it. So I turned into a product called EIC, Engineering Incubation Center. Now we branded a product based on our experience, and then we released a product called EIC, which is a full-time course for freshers who can be turned into professionals from students. What I look for them, from the students, this is what I need for my team. Now I have my own to really, to turn those engineering graduates into professionals. And so we call this an incubation center. Yeah, in 2009, we have EDA testing and TechBab consulting in terms of verification, as well as EDA, corporate training, EIC, and then, so we want to really add a few more feathers to our crown. We started verification auditing. So that is one product that really made us a huge success. That is well appreciated in semiconductor houses. So we know languages, we know how to do verification, but whether it is done properly and correctly, or how effective it is, that is done by our team. Yeah. So during my journey, what I realized is we need a matured ecosystem, It's like I've been looking for talent. I need partners. I need advisors. I need mentors to take me to the next step. So this is where we started releasing the partnership value. We have a huge partnership in terms of our customers, as well as IDA vendors, as well as semiconductor houses. At the 10th year, we opened our own partnership. It's called DV Links. So, so basically, this is what I realized. We need a matured industrial ecosystem to share experience, not really beyond the boundaries. So in 2010, we introduced another division called EDA Distribution. We represented startups in terms of EDA tool development in India. So one of our customer is actually Nextop. We started with them because assertions and then SV, that is our prime forte, and also the functional verification. So Nextop was our obvious first step to start with, and now we are representing a couple of more companies like Breaker System. They are into right? Graph-based verification or the SOC verification. Right. So we are actually part of this UVM development team from the start till 2013. Now there are some logistic issues there, but we are the first one to offer UVM course across Asia Pac and as well as in India. And then as I said, we delivered, right, all these trainings across the globe. Now we are very successful in terms of UVM 1.2 migration, and we are the first ones to share our experiences in terms of this UVM 1.2 migration in public. So we have products based on UVM 1.2 today, the VIPs list as well as the reference flows, UVM SOC kit as well as Amber SOC kit, CBC flow design, and as well as the lower models. So this is my last slide as well as my last minute to finish my talk. So these are the future ventures in terms of CVC. So we really doesn't want to restrict ourselves only to front-end, right, verification. We would like to, not only to semiconductor, at least I want to really fly high, that's one, right? I want to venture across different, right, domain. So we have a couple of ventures from our team. One is Verif Jobs, VerifWorks, and Verif Labs, as well as Verif News and Go to UVM. Yeah, so keep tuned. We'll have more messages to share with you. Okay, so this is not my experience for last 10 years in terms of my career as well as my technical, right, explorations. So I would like to end my presentation with my famous quote of Denison, right? For men may come and men may go, but still I want to go on forever. Yeah, so I'm going to ask, okay, how is the industry? I said, okay, I want to continue, okay? I want to be there forever to really have the first taste of whatever it is, right, in terms of verification. Yeah, thanks. I'm really honored to present in terms of audience like you. Thanks.
Probably this is what makes me feel proud to be a part of CVC. Thank you for sharing comprehensive and captious information on VLSI ecosystems.